So, I'm going to talk about the NCAA women's soccer scores for Wednesday, August 27th, 2025 here. So we have a few games for women's soccer on the did a little bit whip around on earlier in the day. I'm here to talk about the scores now. So we had Lehigh at NGIT. It was a scoreless game when I showed you it, and it ended up being a 2-0 Lehigh lead. Then NJT scored a goal to make it 2-1. UNCH was up 2-0 when I showed you that, and then they scored a goal to make it 3-0. Then by the time the scores were just 5-0. That was 9-0. They really blew it out open in the second half, or non-division Mars on 9-0. India State IU Indianapolis was scoreless halfway through the first half, but IU Indianapolis pushed open Big Ten 3-0. Mount St. Mary's had a tight one with Shepherd from West Virginia. Scores halfway through the first half, and they played tight 2-1 Mount St. Mary's, so gets the win. Western Carolina on the road pulls off the win over North Carolina State 3-2 in that one. Louisiana Monroe at home defeats Little Rock 2-1. With Marine tied in that first half. And Wright State Marshall were tied in that first half as well. 1-0 over Marshall. Does get the win 2-1. So tomorrow, I may do some NCAA women's soccer program, although I may not, depending on the women. The women's U.S. Open. Well, it depends on the U.S. Open singles and doubles matches. It does depend on the U.S. Open matches, because I do want to watch the U.S. Open, the singles and doubles. And then they have the juniors qualifying. The girls draw. Although, mainly I probably will focus on the women's and the singles and doubles, because that is the main, is not qualifying, that's the first round of women's singles. The second round of women's singles is the second, yes, the round of 30, the round of 64 to go to third round for the round of 632. And then the round of 64 for the women. For the women's though, so. However, I may do some women's soccer if I can. For a little bit. And if I can do some games, mainly after the 4 Eastern mark, it'll be Binghamton at Marist between these games and before the Binghamton Eastern. So, Binghamton at Marist, Maine at Merrimack, Grand Canyon at Portland State, and I'll do Scorpions at UNC North Carolina. I'll show you Grand Canyon, Portland State, East Center Wars, Scorpions at Bonaventure St. Peter's, Mason Nova, and then I'm going to show you my Scorpion of in Western Michigan. At 4 Eastern, at 5 Eastern, I can show you the Illinois at Paul, Niagara at Mercyhurst, Scorpions at Southern Mississippi, and then live game of Radford at Richmond, Missouri State, Southeast Missouri State, and then Scorpions at North State House of Soda, and then yeah. And then we'll be going down. So I'll be doing them. in between if there's no women's matches in the U.S. Open, and then yeah, and then I will do some women's soccer as well. And later at night, I may be able to do some as well, depending on the rain or if the WNBA men's ready. But I'll be able to do. I might be able to do some of Pacific at Costa Bakersfield. It's a tech and Costa Research. UC Sarah at Fresno State, USC at Gonzaga, Washington State at Idaho, La Platte, Nevada, Ashton at CIU, and then Scorpions of Arizona at Stanford, and then Arizona State at UNLV, Portland at Norfolk USC, and then Scorpions South Coast State at California Baptist. That's that one until it's so yeah. So we're doing that as well. So we'll see how that goes. But I will do. Not sure. We'll see if I can. If I can be able to do scores update on that. Like a little whip around. In between the US Open and that. I will see if I can. No guarantees that I can. I tend to whip around. No guarantees. But if there is a little bit of time to do whip around, I will do it though. So, but I'm gonna be doing my videos uploading for the YouTube for the 28th, and then I'm also going to be doing watching US Open and stuff. So yeah, I don't know if I'll have time, but I'm going to try and do it if I can. Some if I can. I'm not guaranteed that I will.